It's better to have quality than quantity, and it's better to have like real like relationships with people rather than just a million different messages to people or phone calls or whatever it is. So when you think about less is better, you're really like going above average, like you're going beyond average, and you're more aware of what's going on. So whether it pertains to like this business, or if it's like relationships, or if it's your health, like less is better. So if you think about it like a laser beam isn't like a big thing. It's not like the sun. It doesn't have to be like this huge thing, but it's super focused, and it's all this energy going into one direction. So you're not, like you don't have to chase all these different things. Like work with your strengths and like focus on what you're good at, and focus on being the best at that. So when we talk about less is better, it's like, like one of the things that Cami Dempsey says is that you can do, what did you say? You can do everything. But you can't do, you can do anything, but you can't do everything. So that's number one, is less, but better. And then the number two thing we want to talk about is WIN. And it's an acronym, and it stands for What's Important Now. And so one of the things that I think a lot of people, especially like people our age and people in our peers, especially the younger crowd too, it's like all this social media stuff, there's so many distractions out there, and there's so many things that buy up our time. I know we're all like parents and we all have jobs, and there's all these things like fighting for our time, but if you really like break it down, we all have 24 hours in a day, right? So like the top earners have 24 hours to the newest distributor with It Works, right? So it's really about how we use our time. And one of the best things that I've ever learned about, and my mentors taught me, that there's a book called Managing Oneself by, I think it's Peter Drucker. It's like a super short book. It's like 40 pages. It's like a small little book. I recommend you guys doing that because it will really like help you focus. Like less but better. It'll help you focus on the things, on how to manage your time throughout the day and weeks and months, to take advantage of all the extra time we spend and wasting on like fruitless things. Like I know I don't really watch a whole lot of TV, but I know there's like, you can spend like your whole day doing that. Or one of the big things for me when we first started was video games. Like I would play video games with my son or whatever, but
you played Pokemon too.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. So no, but for so WIN, like what's important now. So if you're doing stuff, and I catch myself falling in this trap too, it's like, is this really like helping my business if I'm doing this activity, or if I'm doing like this certain thing? Like, is this wasting my time? Am I just scrolling through Facebook, or am I actually like commenting and giving like thoughtful like comments and likes, right? So WIN, right? What's important now?
Does anyone have any questions right now?
Cool. So number 3 is be positive. That's kind of self-explanatory, I know. And for some people it's easier just naturally, like Amber is just a positive person, and I'm more of like a not as positive person. I'm sort of more like pessimistic, just naturally, and just from my experiences and stuff. But it's funny because they say that it takes the same energy to be positive than it does to be negative. So you're really not like wasting your time to like be positive. It doesn't take any extra work. It's just a change of your mindset, right? So there's gonna be like roadblocks in all of our businesses, and so we've, like what I said last week, it's like we just got told no more than the next person. Like that's how like we have been successful, is like
we still get no's.
Yeah.
Even today, like, I got a really mean no.
Yeah, you did.
It was really mean, like really mean.
Yeah. So, but the cool thing about that is like whenever you run into a roadblock, it's like obstacles were created because there was already a solution. So whatever you're facing, like even in business or life or whatever, your relationships, your health, your love life, like if there's an obstacle, that all that means is there's a solution somewhere. So you got to figure it out, right? So some of that means being more creative, or like just like cooperating with us or people like in your sphere of influence on how to figure those out. So be positive. And then they always say that the most important people do two things. They say yes, and then they go figure it out. So all of us here have said yes to this business opportunity, and we're all figuring it out, right? Like that's just our walk, and that's your journey, and that's your part of your story is figuring it out. But if you can like convey that to your teams, it's like, hey, the most successful people and the most important people have done two things. They said yes, and they go and figure it out. And so I know when I look around, I see like all you guys on here, it's like, yeah, we've all done step one. We've all joined the party. We all said yes, you know? And then step 2 and 3 is just figuring out how to get those 4 people to be your customers. And then those 3 people to be your distributors, right? Your teammates. And so be positive. Okay. And there's solutions for everything. And if you guys can't find a solution, Amber and I are more than willing to help you guys out with that. Okay. The last 2 things I'll go over really quickly. These probably are like the 2 hardest things to like realize. And number 4 is, it's like taking responsibility and understanding that everything that happens, whether it's life or business, is your fault. Like once you can start to understand that, like, I'm going to take responsibility. Like, hey, if the lights go out, like, it's not my fault that the lights go out, right? Like my food's going to start to spoil. I don't have internet, so I can't do my business. But if you start taking that approach that, hey, it's my fault that my business isn't getting taken care of. It's my fault that my food's going to spoil. But there's like what we talked about in number 2 or number 3 is like, there's always a solution, right? So the solution may be go getting a generator and go getting extra power because there's no electricity in your house to run your fridge and there's no electricity to run your modem so you can have internet to work your business.
Go to Starbucks.
Yeah, go to Starbucks, right? So there's always, like I said, there's always a solution. But if us as leaders are trying to do our best to understand and like impress upon you guys too, is like whatever happens in this business isn't someone else's fault. Like it's not like someone said no, and then my business is going to fall apart because someone told me no. Or, oh, this person quit when they were an emerald. Or, oh, this person quit when they were a diamond. It's all my fault. Or it's their fault, you know? Like once you start taking ownership of that and realizing that, hey, I'm going to take responsibility. I'm going to find out a solution and be positive. That's when you'll really start seeing things change in your business. And that's one thing that really over like the last year has helped us is like being responsible. Like, you know what? I don't care what happens. I'm just going to figure it out. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to figure it out and we're going to go fix it. Right. So understanding that everything's my fault. Number 5, the last thing is trust. Is something that we are working on as part of our motto in our business and like in our relationships and in our health. I ask you guys to trust us and to help trust you guys, trust us to help you guys be the best that you can be in this business. So whatever it is that you guys need, we expect you guys to reach out to us and say, hey, like I need help with this, or hey, you guys suck at this, like let's try this. Like that's okay. It's not gonna hurt my feelings, okay?
It's his fault, remember that.
It'll be all my fault. I promise you that. So trust us. And I'm not saying that because like we're like anyone special or anything. Like I trust all you guys, and there may be other leaders that you guys find more helpful than me. That's great. But trust us and trust the process. Like this business doesn't happen overnight.
Enjoy the journey.
Yeah. And so like great things are built through time, right? They always say Rome wasn't built in a day, you know, but like the more that you like put into this business and the more that you overcome obstacles and find the solutions and you figure it out, like the more special it is. And then the more solid foundation your business is going to have. So trust us as leaders and trust the process of it works, like the steps to success, right? Like it's so weird because the steps to success seems so stupid and so simple. It's like, this can't be the way that you like get to ambassador. There's like no way that can happen. And it still like amazes me when I think about it, I'm like, dude, you just have to do those steps like every month. Just do it, and then teach your team to do it, and eventually you're going to get there. So we have trusted the people that were our leaders and our mentors, and part of that process is to now impress upon you guys that, hey, like, you guys can trust us, and trust the step success. Like, it's really that simple. It's crazy. So we just wanted to share that with you. That's going to be our motto going forward. Just to recap: less is better. Win what's important now. 3, be positive. 4, everything's my fault. And 5, the last one is trust. So yeah, take it away for us.
You guys are welcome to unmute yourself, and I would love to hear any feedback or questions you guys have. Let me unmute everyone. Okay. Did you guys have any questions or any feedback on anything that we just went over? No? Okay. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. We're really proud of all of you. We just see all of you guys really just owning your business, and that's so important. I know, like when David was saying that it's all my fault, we see so many of you guys taking ownership in the good, the bad, everything in your business, and it's really exciting just to see, you know, everyone just kind of doing that. So, is there anything, anyone has anything to say? Otherwise, we'll go ahead and take a team picture and then let you guys get back to your families.
What was that book called, Dave?
Oh, the book's called it's called pull it up. It's called Managing One's Self, and I think it's by Peter Drucker. It's the guy that I think he started Amazon, was it? Or
Peter.
It's like 40 pages. The book's like white with like an orange writing on it or something.
Okay.
Right there.
I don't know if you guys listened in on the corporate call on Sunday, but again, they're focusing on game plans. So it's only Tuesday. It feels like a Monday. Oh, here's the book. Wait. You guys see it?
That's the cover. That's what it's super good. Like, it's really just simple stuff. It'll show you how much you're wasting your time. But it's good because it'll show you like ways to find time to make time. So.
But like, just ending this call, like, just go into this week, you guys, with a game plan. If your goal is to do the steps to success, which it should be everybody's goal, because then we could be on a really cool leadership retreat at Christmas. But set a goal for yourself. You know, maybe one customer a week. One distributor maybe every 8 days. That way you're not jamming everything into 1 week. If you space it out, you'll start checking off your goals as you're reaching them. So for us, I know we're going to try and reach those this month. We haven't yet. So, I mean, it's only the 5th. So just go ahead and plan your goals for the month of July and put them in front of you so you think of them every day. I know a lot of you guys are doing really good this month, and we really believe in you. But we will let you guys go. Can everyone smile and I'll take a screenshot? All right, everybody. 1, 2, 3. They're good? There we go. Thanks, guys. We'll go ahead and plan on Sunday doing our weekly Zoom. Is that cool with everyone?
Yes.
Have a good night.
Bye. Thank you.